On the latest episode of Joe Budden's podcast, well, he announced he's getting rid of the $5 tier. He wants even more money from people to be able to listen. But he also talked about Rory and Mal. So I'm going to play this and give you my thoughts on it. Let's check out what Joe Budden had to say about him.
Searches. And similar searches for our podcast, they're going to show us a bunch of podcasts that don't tie our shoes.
True.
Let's walk through it.
That's true.
They're going to show us a bunch of podcasts. They're going to show you some up-and-comers that probably shouldn't be mentioned nowhere near wherever my name is with 20 years in. Newer people, I love that. I support that. Don't think I'm stepping on that. Just know that our fight is with robots. It's not with humans. That's not humans putting y'all with me.
You don't really think that?
It's not humans. I'm telling you.
I would think somebody would pay, or I would think that.
I know it for a fact. It's not humans putting them with me. It's not them. It's absolutely robots.
Just got to be some.
There's no human that could do it.
Gotcha.
I got a whole nother theory.
It could be urban podcasts.
When you have reached the climax of whatever genre the robots put you in, you'll never see it again. Let me repeat that.
I would agree with that. Unless
let me repeat it.
Somebody surpasses you.
Whenever you have reached the top of whatever the genre the robots say you are in, you're done now forever. That's something I can't prove.
I would agree with you. Unless
that makes sense.
No, it makes sense.
Like what he said.
Unless somebody else in your genre now surpasses you, because then it's almost like a ceiling. Can't get past the ceiling unless somebody breaks through. But once you set the ceiling, you ain't gonna break through your own ceiling. Somebody else has to come through and break it, and then you could go through.
And we off vacation. I'm happy to see y'all, brothers. I'm just talking. If I say something this shouldn't be said, just erase it. That was the most frustrating part of our transition into podding. Y'all were becoming new podcasters, right? We were finding our chemistry. I was battling personal stuff that shouldn't have ever been talked about. And the old co-hosts were leaving, and maybe rumors were out there. All of those things make it look like your YouTube numbers are failing. I had a whole different take. No, we'd hit the top. We had hit. I was struggling with that before they left.
I was about to say, even if they stayed
before they left.
That's true. I was gonna say.
We had hit the top, and then something happened where the robots saw that a group of people just had a change in function and activity. It didn't say that our page was functioning less. All the robots saw was a group take an act. And from that point on, the robots never hit it again. You stay in 200 now. There's a large field of people that stay in 200. That's robot driven. That's not human driven. And if you needed more proof of that, the numbers are going up. I don't think it's because more humans fuck with us or know about us. You can't fool me into believing that. It's the robots.
So what do you think is the cause for the numbers going up?
Frequency, I think. Momentum, I think. And what do they call it? A bell arc?
Bell curve?
A bell curve. Bell curve. That's what I think is happening. If you cut off the bell curve, and this was one of my dropout realizations when people were telling me about a bell curve. Well, it's only a bell curve depending on where you cut it off.
That's true.
Hey, if you cut the graph right here. Hey, on Dope Sick, it took them niggas episode 8 to say. Hey, it took them niggas to get to episode 8 to say, hey, wait a minute. Oh, shit, the graph is wrong. They jigged the graph. No, it's the same graph.
No, they jigged it, though.
They
shrank the top half.
Oh, shit. I put a whole different message out there. I'm really up there. It took episode 9 to fucking get to that. And why did I miss it, idiot? That's why, yeah, it's just that. So when you see the Spotify metaverse shit come out, when you see the Facebook metaverse shit come out, when you just see certain things come out, we are battling robots. So if you got a...
So Joe is saying that his podcast numbers were going down even before he fired Rory and Mal. And I like how he talks about them as if they just left and he didn't fire them. So, now his numbers did go down, but they have gone back up. And of course, he made several different scheduling things. Rory and Mal's numbers were way up there. They kind of dropped, but not that much. But then they signed the deal with Sirius to start podcasting over there. Look, Joe Budden fired his co-host, and I don't think it was the right decision, and I think he's paying for it. Although he might be making even more money, because I would assume he's paying Ice and Ish a lot less than he was paying Rory and Mal, and they'll never ask to see the books or anything, which Rory and Mal did. So perhaps it was the best decision to fire them. I don't know, but let me know your thoughts in the comments.